Hola, my name is Nikki. I'm going to do a frog pond reading. This is the frog pond behind me. Frequency of the frogs. They're usually silent whenever anyone starts making noise or I just walk up and start talking. Not tonight, they're very vocal. So what's up? Yeah, let's go. Calling the frequency of the frogs, messages from the frequency of the frogs, the frequency of the trees, the frequency of the ecosystem within the pond that's naturally been built by the frogs. This is water, and this pond is okay. This was built because I'm assuming this is Family Dollar, right? They built a Family Dollar, and then they made this right here was like rocks that they dug out a hole and filled it with rocks, and naturally the water gathered, and naturally the ecosystem was built. Nature built it. All that was there was rocks from debris from the building and it being put up. So here's my trees over here. I love these trees. I love them trees, dude. I'd go sit right now in the center of those, but I don't need the neighbors over there freaking out, calling anybody. Because I'd hate to exercise my rights, and tell you that. Tell you nothing. You don't owe anybody an explanation for anything. You don't owe anybody even if they ask you your name. You don't owe them the right to tell me your name. Do you know this? Know it before, like I experienced gang stalking, okay? I don't know if you know what that is, but I've experienced it with authority figures, okay? And it's very scary because I didn't know what was happening. I wasn't aware of my exercising my amendments and my rights. I wasn't aware of what gang stalking was. I wasn't aware of what a dark night of the soul was. And so I was like very scared, okay? I had these two officers, man. I was at Pumpkin Hollow. Come up to me and ask me if they were getting complaints about me. And my first reply was, me? You're getting complaints about me? I said, oh, you must be. I had a book I was reading. I loved reading a book called Fingerprint of the Gods. I threw my book away because I got so scared. That's how bad they scared me. I threw my book away because I knew it was because of the book. Because I'm smart. And I have to get a new book because I have to go back and I have to complete that cycle that was veered off of with fear. And I know that. I'm glad I'm saying that now. Okay, so they come to me and there was this young girl. She was like maybe 17. She was on the ground beside me, rocking back and forth and crying. They didn't say anything to her. I completely ignored them, okay, because they were like in my face. Two officers, big officers, like two cops, okay, and they were like trying to be very intimidating to me for no reason. And Pumpkin Hollow, this is a family place, okay. And I asked this girl, she was sitting on the ground, she was holding her knees and she was rocking back and forth and crying. And I said, oh my, I ignored them. I said, and I was like, I can't believe they weren't checking on her. And I looked at her and I said, I ignored them completely what they were doing, trying to bother me with. Your frequency just changed in my ear because I'm speaking the truth. And I said, are you okay? And she said, I've just got a lot of anxiety. They ignored her completely. They looked at me and they said, ma'am, we need you to step out of the light. And I was like, what? Did you just ask me to step out of the light? They said, step out of the light. And they literally stepped out of a spotlight because the Pumpkin Hollow is really dark, okay? It was nighttime. And they stepped out of the only light there was, the only spotlight there was. Stepped out of it, stepped into the shadows, and they asked me, they said, ma'am, step out of the light. Step out of the light. I said, I'm not stepping out of the light. And I knew then I wasn't going to comply with anything they fucking asked of me. They kept asking me my name. I said, I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not giving you my name because it rubbed me the wrong way. But before then, I didn't realize. Until they said step out of the light, I didn't realize. Okay, and I was participating. I was complying because I didn't understand. But when they said that, I was triggered, and I was like, what the fuck? Step out of the light. And they literally stepped out of the light and asked, and like were commanding me to actually. That was really scary. I was crying. I was scared. I said, I'm not giving you any of my information. I said, I'll give you my dad's phone number right now. You call my dad right now. You call my dad. I'll give you my dad's number. You call my dad right now. You get him on speakerphone. You tell my dad what I'm doing. If there's something I'm doing that's wrong, you tell my dad. If my dad tells me, Nikki, you need to listen to them, I will comply with you. I said, but if you can't do that, I'm not complying. And then I said, I asked them for their badge number, I asked them for names. They gave me a false name and a false badge number. I knew because the way they spit it out. So they were so full of pride, so full of egotistical bullshit. So I don't care what you think about anything. I'm telling you my story, and that's the truth. Frequency of the frogs, nature, let's go. All right, so what's up? I'm Nikki. I had a great day. It's kind of time warpy. I consider that cool. It's where everything's like time is long and productive, and it's illuminating. Frequency of the frogs. Let's go. Frequency of the frogs. Frequency of the frogs. What messages does it? My ears are just doing this cool shifting in the frequency. It's messages from nature that the trees, the circle of trees, and the frequency of the frogs. What messages do you have for us? It's a collective reading for those on my collective. Nikki Lynn Grissom, if you're on my Nikki Lynn Carnett Grissom, if you're on my collective. This applies to you. For whenever you find it. My nose is itching. Nose itches during. Oh God. No, it happens when I'm like receiving like intuition and downloads. My intuition's heightened. My nose itches. Let's go. Frequency from the frogs. I didn't put a number of cards out, so I'm gonna take these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want one more card. One more card. Frequency from the frogs. Let's go. Okay. I got Magician's Sword. What does that mean to you? To me, it means the Archangel Michael with the sword, the blue flame sword. It can mean the sword of Gallica. It can mean sword in the stone. What do you think of when you hear it? Let me know. I made this for my dog. It's called Dean Theodore, Mr. T. He's the whole A-team. He's Kit the car from this show, Knight Rider. Precision. Oh, man. Take a leap. Say that thing. Start that thing. Being ignited, setting the world ablaze. I swear there's just a man standing over there, and then I look back and there wasn't. What's up? I don't believe that when you see stuff like that. I don't think it's like a pass on souls. I think it's like it's an ability to see like a snapshot in time. But it's kind of like somehow it gets overlapped into what your timeline. Okay. Deep soul wisdom. And then I've got Rubik's Cube, number of squares, 4, 6, 22, and 44. On the bottom of the deck, I have Omega-3. I have Omega-3, and I have the Greek symbol for Omega, which is this. And then I have the Roman symbol for Omega for 3, which is this. This symbol also right here is something that can be used in electricity to block some type of electrical interference. I don't know what. Look it up. These are cards I made myself, just from things I learned along the way. Where's my frog? I'm happy. I just received love energetically from my children, from people who love me, from friends. Very cool. Thank you. You can, it's not just special people that can pick up on that. You can too. Tap in, tune into the frequency. Messages from the frogs in the frog pond, the frequency of the frogs and trees behind me. From my collective, 4 cards. Four cards. I need 2 more. Four cards, 2 more. One more. One more. Two come out. I said one more, one more, one more. I stand on my word. One more. One more. It's cool. The last one that came out is the one that I made sitting over here in these trees, sitting on a tree. I made a chair out of a tree limb that's real low. And I made that card sitting in that tree limb. So very cool. Thank you. All right. Supersonic, S&P. And I've got 2 musical notes, like Salt and Pepper, from the 80s group. Supersonic, but the definition of supersonic is from like the song Supersonic. That song. The definition of supersonic is moving in a speed in a surrounding fluid greater than that of the sound in the same fluid. Oh, very cool. So this frequency of the frogs. Frog pond. Screenshot it. That's cool. 7 days of the week, different planetary spheres. To have us ceremonially living in the proper or right developmental cycle. That's the end of the sentence. 7 days of the week, different planetary spheres. To have us ceremonially living in the proper or right developmental cycle. French days of the week are named after the planets of the Hellenistic astrology, which are the 7 classical planets seen with the naked eye. The sun and the moon were once considered planets. Screenshot it. No, it's Dokyo, Japanese, for get out of the way. Messages from Diener Dog, June 2nd, 2024, 5 p.m. I telepathically communicate with my dog. This is what he said. Get out of your own way, or get out of the way, however it resonates with you. You've lived many lives as a hunter. Many! Exclamation point. Research the goddess Diana. Duality is very important to you. Which wolf do you feed? Mosquito. You don't have to kill everything. My ankle hurts. I'm taking my boots off. Ow, my knee hurts. I'm sitting on the ground too. All right. My nose is just off my face, dude. Wow. Okay. Frog pond readings, frequency of the frogs. All right, so I did my cards. Now I'm going to read. I'm just going to randomly pick stuff out of from the books I brought, and I'm going to read. I'm talking. My nose isn't bad. Intuition. It's my nervous system. It's like what's it called? Vibrational field. It's a sensory nervous system, like the electricity firing off. It can cause you to have like little shocks in your system, or like itching, like a deep pain, like an itching thing. A lot of things are spiritual and don't need to be diagnosed. Right at my nose. Ow. All right, so I brought this. My father-in-law gave this to me. His name is Don Wooldridge. He's been a very good father-in-law. Actually, I like Don a lot. And Don used to work for NASA. He's got a lot of, he's like 93 years old, but he looks very young and he gets around good. He's got a lot of stories. We're on a different wavelength as far as mindsets go, but I think he has real compassion. He gave this to me. It's called David Jeremiah's Steady Kids Bible. Airship Genesis. It's a patch. It's like a patch, like a real patch. And you can feel it. I think that's cool. All right. I heard Isaiah, so I'm going to go to Isaiah. Isaiah what? 13 or 15:3. No, just make shit up. I have clear cognizance, okay? I have clear cognizance, I have clear sentience. I'm Nikki. Welcome in. Isaiah. Isaiah is on page 736. 736. Look at this. Look what's in Isaiah. I did not know that. I remember picking this up recently in the last couple of months, and I don't even remember putting it in the Bible, and I don't remember putting it in this book. Oh, wow, dude. That's cool, dude. What did I even say? I can't remember now. I'm blown away. I'll never get tired of it. I'll never get like... That is cool. Sherry. I'm thinking Sherry Petty Carmichael Knight. Was one of my best friends. She's my soul sister. We completed a soul mission together. She's no longer on this earth plane, but I felt her. And when I started tapping on my head, I felt her. What's up? I'm like, literally, okay, notice when you're doing this. Look, I'm literally hugging myself, okay? Notice when you do things, sometimes there's signs from loved ones that are like that you have permission to come in like that. Dude, that's fucking... Okay, where was I? I don't even remember what I said. Isaiah 15, 13, or 3. That's what I said. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's go. Oh, wow. Oh, you're beautiful. I heard somebody say you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Well, I said 15, 13, or 3. Okay. $13 or 15, 13 is what I said. There is no 15, 13, so it's got to be 15, 3. Okay. In the streets they will clothe themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses and in their streets. Everyone will wail, weeping bitterly. Isn't sackcloth like something to have to do with ashes? Let's look it up. Let's look up sackcloth. Does this have definitions in it? No, it doesn't. It just has for scriptures or rapture. That's my other Bible that has definitions in the back. Okay, let's read from 3 on. In the streets they will clothe themselves with sackcloth on the tops of their houses, and in their streets everyone will wail, weeping bitterly. Heshbon and Heshbon and Alela will cry out. Their voice shall be heard as far as Jahaz. Therefore the armed soldiers of Moab will cry out. His life will be burdensome to him. My heart will cry out for Moab. His fugitives shall flee to Zoar, like a 3-year-old heifer, like a 3-year-old cow, crying for their mother. That's sad as shit when you think about that. That's fucking sad, dude. Go away, mosquito. They will go up with weeping, for in the way of Horonaim they will raise up a cry of destruction. For the waters of Nimrim will be desolate, for the green grass has withered away. The green grass has withered away. The grass fails. There is nothing green. Whoa. Okay. When you just say there's nothing green, means that there's no chlorophyll. There's no sun interacting with nature and chlorophyll, and creating chlorophyll within the plants for things to grow. For you to say, for the green grass has withered away, the green grass fails, there is nothing green, that is fucking saying something. That's saying something. That's saying to somebody, you will no longer continue. You will no longer evolve. You are done. That's a statement right there, dude. Are you creating boundaries with things that you don't want in your life anymore? People, are you finding out who you are? Are you standing in your power? Stand in your power. Stand in your power. I don't give my power away to nobody. I don't give my power away to Jesus, okay? Just because I'm reading from the Bible, don't get it twisted. I give my power and bow to no one. No one. I'm humble naturally. I have no karma because I live life. You know, I said what I said. To say this is like saying a real saying. That's somebody who's fucking dumb. That's somebody who's saying. To say they'll go crying like a 3-year-old heifer for their mother. That's fucking sad. Think about that. You see a baby that's been separated from lost a little bit from the herd, from their mama, and the way they cry and looking for them. That's fucked up. To say that it's starting to rain. All right. Therefore, the abundance they have gained and what they have laid up, they will carry away to the brook of the willows. There's something about willow trees that's very important. For the cry has gone all around the borders of Moab. It's wailing to Eglaim, and it's wailing to Beer Elim, like B-E-E-R, Elim, E-L-I-M, which is kind of like when you break a limb down, it's like saying El-I'm, which is like God, I'm. Beer Elim. For the waters of Daman will be full of blood, because I will bring more upon Daman, lions upon him who escapes from Moab. Even if you, this is what we're saying, even if you escape, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Like, literally, it's like that energy of, like, you ever seen the movie Tombstone? Where Wyatt Earp is like, they killed his brother, and he's like, and then Doc Holliday says, it's not revenge he's after, it's a reckoning. That's what I thought of. Lions, because I will bring more upon Daman, lions upon him who escapes from Moab, and on the remnant of the land. That's a proclamation against Moab, Isaiah 15, from 3 on. It's saying something right there. It's saying something right there, dude. Wow. Okay, I'm reading where there's certain parts in the text where they got it from. It's saying where these are in the actual scrolls. I like that, David Jeremiah. You're on your shit. You know, David Jeremiah is the guy he's a pastor, right? He also is the owner of Aldi's, all the Aldi's chains. Grocery stores. He also is the dude who, look, he gets in a lot of trouble, man. He's got like a museum in New York, okay, where they have a lot of like biblical artifacts from like Egypt. I swear to God, the dude's in competition with. I swear to God, he is. This is my own theory, my own thought. David Jeremiah is he's in competition with the Vatican for collecting holy artifacts. He's like, no, you can't have them all. You can't have them all. I think it's fucking funny. All right, and so like he gets in a lot of trouble, man, because he gets them on. He's been found more than once or twice having artifacts in his museum that were bought on the black market and transported illegally. He had a piece of the tablet from the Epic of Gilgamesh. What's up, David Jeremiah? Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Do your thing. Find it and give it back to the world. Sometimes you have to cross boundaries to be able to give the truth to people. Remember that. All right, what's up? Now I'm gonna read from the Dialogues of Plato, which is my Bible. I said it. Don't be nosy and spy on me, people. Don't do that. I'm free to I have liberty. I have liberty. I am liberty. Don't infringe upon me or interfere. It'll only come back to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. All right. All right, so I turn to this, and it says, but the soul which cannot be destroyed by an evil, whether inherent or external, must exist forever. And if existing forever, must be immortal. And then somebody replied, certainly. But the soul which cannot be destroyed by an evil, whether inherent or external, must exist forever. And if existing forever, must be immortal. Certainly. That's it. Frequency of the frogs. Frog poem reading. Let's go. I like that. Right? I'm going to continue reading because something caught my eye. This is in the Republic 10. The Republic X, which is 10. And this is what it caught my eye. It said, In the first place, I said, and this is the first thing which you will have to give back, the nature both of just and unjust is truly known to the gods. Granted, someone replied. And he continues, and if they are both known to them, one must be the friend and the other the enemy of manner, or by what means he returned to the body he could not say. Only in the morning, awakening suddenly, he found himself lying on the pyre, P-Y-R-E. And thus, Glaucon, the tale has been saved and has not perished, and will save us if we are obedient to the word spoken, and we shall pass safely over the river of forgetfulness, and our soul will not be defiled. Wherefore my counsel is that we hold fast ever to the heavenly way, and follow after justice and virtue always, considering that the soul is immortal and able to endure every sort of good and every sort of evil. Thus shall we live dear to one another and to the gods, both while remaining here, and when, like conquerors in the games, who go round to gather gifts, we receive our reward. And it shall be well with us, both in this life and in the pilgrimage of 1,000 years which we have been describing. It will be well with us. There's a song on YouTube by Bethel, B-E-T-H-E-L, called It Is Well. Listen to it. Do I have anything else? Yes, I do. One more book. This is a great book. I got it from my public library. I checked it out. I've got to return it, but I think I'm gonna ask him if I can buy it. I love it. If not, I'm gonna buy one. National Auburn Society Field Guide to the Night Sky. I heard page 306. What's on page 306? 306. 306. 306. Frog pond reading, frequency of the frogs. 306. Sprinkled again. 306 is missing. No, there it is. 306. Never mind. No. It's cut up into quadrants. Quadrant. Look up the definition of quadrant. Just do it. Look up everything that says quad in the dictionary, and read all those definitions. You won't be disappointed. 306 is Milky Way. 306 Milky Way. Page 17. My son was born on the 17th. Here's the summer Milky Way, the Milky Way, the Milky Way, and the Milky Way. Very cool. Very cool. So, what's up, y'all? I love being outside at night. I love being outside. One more card, okay. I'm just gonna put them on the ground in a stack, and I'm gonna turn them over and pick one. And then I'm gonna read up. Which one, right or left? Left. Somebody's trying to get you caught up. Are you a Heyoka Indian, or are you connected to one? The moon's exposing people on both sides who are your enemies. Who are your enemies? Lapis lazuli, redstone. Okay, I wrote this in the movie Hoodlum. I wrote, people are playing the numbers on a white slip. They don't know if they're playing with the Queen's Bank or the Duchess. We should put our slips on green paper. I think it's about the Federal Reserve. The movie Hoodlum. Watch it. Like you're studying. I wrote, Carreri Home, 10:39 p.m. BHS what that means. We are in a race. I've got a soft dry. This is from a movie. In the quotes, I can't remember the name of the movie. I got it right down. It says, "We are in a race!" Exclamation point. I've got a soft driver. God damn. This vehicle you're in has a race engine in it. Put your fucking foot into it, man. We are in a race. I've got a soft driver. God damn. This vehicle you're in has a race engine in it. Put your fucking foot into it, man. You're the race engine. Oh, goddamn. Fuck you, mosquito. Your body's a vehicle, and your heart chakra is the race engine. Put your fucking... Go. Read it. Read it again. Read it 3 times. Leviticus 19:26, Deuteronomy 18:10 through 4, Exodus 22:18, where divination is mentioned in the King James Bible. Divination is what I'm doing. Husbandman is a farmer. Host means an army. Hence means from here. Hearken means listen. Husbandman's a farmer. Light language, Kasakhstan, I can't say it right, Kazakhstan. When I researched videos of locals speaking Kazakhstan native languages, I saw the title of videos, and it said, "How many light languages do you speak?" Kazakhstan with 2 girls in a video. Title image. The title was made in bright red with bright yellow graphics. Usually titles are black and white, but when I looked again, light wasn't in the title, but it was. I think light language sounds like their language. I'm going to do 3 more. Maxim of commercial law. An unrefuted affidavit stands as the truth in commerce. This is a real law. Know the maxims of commercial law. Look it up on YouTube. Read them. Know them. Know your rights. Maxim of commercial law. In commerce, truth is sovereign. You will be met with success and victory on September 29th, as long as you remain dedicated and focused on your goals. Self-discipline. Continue your efforts. I gotta go in, y'all. I can keep doing this. I love this. This is one of the very first cards I made. One of the first 10. DNA facts. Your DNA is fireproof. That's it. Love y'all.